While this, as you're seeing here, lawlessness, chaos, gripping America's cities. You've seen it, victims being gunned down in the street, broad daylight. Republicans blaming the breakdown on the defund the police movement. Now Democrats are switching that to Republicans. Joining us now to discuss, though, is Cully Stimson, Senior Legal Fellow and Acting Chief of Staff at the Heritage Foundation. Good to see you. Cully, thanks so much for coming on. You know, you've seen in recent weeks, prominent Democrats, including White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, have tried to claim that Republicans are the ones who want to defund the police. We have a clip of that just to back it up, and then we'll get your response.
I will never co-sign on funding a police department that continues to brutalize us. And I will never stop saying, not only do we need to disinvest in police, but we need to completely dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department.
So yes, I support the defund movement. Yes, I support a radical reimagining of community safety and public safety, which means reallocating.
We will be moving funding from the NYPD to youth initiatives and social services.
And it may sound strange, but many affluent suburbs have essentially already begun pursuing a defunding of the police.
Rising crime among a lot of major cities in the United States. That montage put together there, do you think that messaging, that narrative of defunding the police has anything to do with the rising crime, sir?
It does. And of course, with all due respect to Jen Psaki, she's lying and trying to switch the narrative. The left has been pushing this defund the police movement for a while, and they dress it up in happy language like reimagining prosecution or reimagining police. But look, in 2014, there was a movement afoot to essentially swap out independent law and order prosecutors, Democrats or Republicans, with pro-criminal, anti-victim people. And George Soros and many of his PACs started electing these rogue prosecutors. They call them progressive DAs. And when you get to the point where they're all of a sudden calling for defunding police, remember AOC called for the abolition of all jails and prisons. And then you have the riots of last year. The Democrats have a political problem now. And the fact is that Democrats and Republicans, black, white, brown people want their streets to be safe. And now that they've sort of reaping the benefits of their really bad policy ideas, they're trying to switch the narrative and say that the Republicans are calling for the defunding, and that's just not true.
I just want to run with this really quickly. The breaking news is coming out of the Pentagon Force Protection Agency, their official Twitter account, that the Pentagon is currently on lockdown due to an incident at the Pentagon Transit Center. They're asking the public to avoid that area. Not much information, but again, Pentagon currently on lockdown. That according to the Pentagon Force Protection Agency, their official account on Twitter. Not yet known. We'll continue to look into that. Back to our subject matter, though, violent crime surging. And one of the things you mentioned was AOC wanting to abolish prisons. What's the answer? Okay, you abolish prisons. What do they put in place of it?
Well, there is no answer, of course. One of the dumb ideas that you came up with was that you send social workers in their police's place for domestic violence incidents. I can tell you as a former local, state, and federal prosecutor and criminal defense attorney and judge, domestic violence scenes are some of the most volatile, violent situations a police officer can go to. Do you really want to send a social worker into a situation like that? They're not trained or equipped to deal with the potential of violence. So they don't have any solutions except for reimagining prosecution or reimagining police. But that's just code happy talk for chaos. The real struggle here is not between Democrat and Republican, liberal, conservative. It's between independent law and order people, Democrat and Republican, or chaos. And what they're arguing for is all pro-criminal, anti-victim chaos. And it makes no sense and it won't work.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.